Namaste, Bashar.
Good day.
Can you tell me what is the purpose of insomnia, if there is one?
Well, insomnia can be created in many different ways. It might be the result of not following your natural biological cycle and being asleep when you need to rest, being awake when you really need to be awake and have energy to be awake. So disconnecting from your societal idea of when you should be asleep and when you should be awake can help you find your natural biological rhythm so that you get the rest that you need, so that you make the connections that you need. But if you also are learning to make connections in the idea of spirit, higher mind, and soul, you may not necessarily need as much sleep, because that's fundamentally what your sleep is for. To re-energize, recharge your batteries, so to speak, so that you can continue to perpetuate the illusion of physical reality as being real. Remember, physical reality is a projection of consciousness, and it has to constantly be maintained. That's why you know it's not real, because it deteriorates. That which is real is eternal. That which deteriorates is an illusion. So the idea is that you sleep, you reconnect, you recharge your batteries, you wake up in the morning, and you recreate the idea of physical reality for as long as your battery charge lasts, so to speak. But is the insomnia causing you to feel exhausted or tired, or are you simply awake and it's not having any detrimental effect?
It makes me crazy.
It makes you crazy because you think you need to sleep, or because it is exhausting you?
Well, both.
All right, so you are exhausted.
Yes.
All right. Are you acting on your passions in life?
Yes.
And what is that?
I'm a teacher. I'm doing a lot of practices, doing a lot of spiritual work.
All right. Thank you. And what is your greatest fear?
Of not being able to function.
Why are you afraid of not being able to function? Where did you learn that idea?
Because then somebody else will need to take care of me.
So you are afraid of needing someone else to take care of you? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Why is that such a bad thing?
Because I need to be self-sufficient all the time.
Why?
I know where you're going with it.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
That's one of the reasons why you are not sleeping. Because in a sense, you're almost afraid that you won't necessarily wake up as yourself. That you will wake up needing help. That you will wake up and not be vital. That you will wake up and not have energy. That something will have changed in a negative way. You are being overly vigilant on your life. You are being a watchdog, stressing yourself out that something might go wrong, generating stress in your body in that way, and thus preventing you from being capable of resting, because you are afraid, symbolically speaking, that if you rest, you will not necessarily wake up the same. Do you understand?
Yes.
Are you willing to understand that you have an exit point? Everyone does. You have already determined what that exit point will be.
No?
Everyone determines when they will die. You will not die before your time. Your birth angels will see to it.
I'm not afraid of that, I think.
You are afraid of being dead while you're alive.
Yes.
So you are afraid of a kind of death.
Yes.
You are afraid of not being vital.
Yes.
But the fear is what saps your strength and creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay. So it is the fear, if anything, that will sap you of vitality and require that you need the kind of assistance that you say you are afraid of. So you are taking yourself down that road. If that's not the road you prefer to go down, then don't look where you don't want to go.
What should I do?
Feel the vitality of your life, your passion. Focus on that positive energy and know that that is the energy of your soul, the energy of your essential being. And stop being afraid that something is going to deprive you of it, because only you can do so. So you have simply been taught to believe that this energy and this vibration can go away, that it can be taken from you somehow, unexpectedly. So you are overly vigilant. But it is the overvigilance that is causing the stress that will actually bring about what you're afraid of. You need to understand how to surrender to the flow in your life. You have to redefine the idea of surrendering. Surrendering is not giving up control. It is surrendering to the control that is built into you automatically. You have to go with the flow and know that and trust that and be that flow. Knowing that that flow will always take you exactly where you need to go. You need to understand how reality works, how you are creating your reality, how your beliefs create your experience, how your fears bring about what you fear you will experience. You need to relax into your true self and not be afraid that you're going to trick yourself. In a sense, what you're saying is you don't trust yourself. So you have to trust that you are a vital human being who is compassionate, following her passion in teaching and the other things, that you are being of service to humanity, and that nothing is going to take that away from you except you. Do you understand this?
It will take time to...
Why will it take time?
Because...
One moment. That's a perfect example of what we're talking about. Do you understand that negative beliefs need to perpetuate themselves just like positive beliefs do? Do you understand what we have said about how beliefs work? Yes, no, maybe?
Maybe.
All right. Without believing something to be true, you will not have a physical reality experience, because physical reality isn't real. It's the product of what you believe is true. So the idea is that any negative belief you have needs to perpetuate itself. And the way that beliefs perpetuate themselves is by telling you stories and telling you things that make sure you will not let them go. So when we talk about the idea that you are creating with your fear-based belief, the idea that you will not continue to be viable or vital, and I ask you if you understand, and you say, it will take time to understand, the phrase, it will take time, is coming from the negative belief so that you will not immediately let it go. It's making you believe that it takes time for you to understand what we're saying. So that's a resistance to change.
Yes.
You see what we're saying?
Yes.
It's a resistance to change. You have to hear what comes out of your mouth, listen to what goes through your mind, and go, wait a minute. It's not an absolute fact that it will take time for me to understand this, or that it will take much time at all if it takes any time. It will take the right amount of time, the perfect amount of time for the process I need to go through to have a deeper appreciation of what is being said and what I need to understand about how things work in my life. But you don't have to succumb to the idea that, oh, this is just going to take a lot of time. That's the negative belief telling you a story. Tell them it will take a lot of time. That way you don't have to do anything about it right now. And that way I can hang around for a while. And you can keep believing all the stories that I tell you, even though you don't like what I'm saying. But I'm going to make you believe it's going to be hard to change. That's one of the aspects of the story that I'm telling you. It's hard to change. Things take a long time. You will struggle to understand this. These aren't facts, they're stories. They're beliefs. You can change a belief. Do you believe that?
Yes.
All right. So the timing is up to you. It depends on When you know you can understand what's being said about how this works, and know that that is just as real as any experience you have ever had that you don't prefer. So, I'm going to tell you this. You will have help over the next 3 days learning to drift off to sleep. A deep, relaxing, informative, comfortable, restful, and energizing sleep. Over the next 3 days, just when you lie down, open up, ask your spirit guides, ask your angelic team, ask your soul family for help to let you relax and let go. This is what we mean by relax. Relaxing your grip on any fear-based belief about being vital so that you can truly get in touch with your vital core, your essential self. And then you will find you will start drifting off to sleep because you will no longer, over those 3 days, be afraid. All right?
Thank you so much.
Pleasant dreams to you.
Thank you.